All right, we're back with another video, and today I am working on this 370Z, and I'm actually replacing the front hubs. I will have a video on the rear hubs as well, but this one is for the front. Now, like I always say whenever I'm working on the 370Z or the G37, whatever I show you here is gonna work on the G37. So if you have a G37, just follow along. It should be exactly the same or very similar. The brakes might differ a little bit, but it will be pretty much the same thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna raise this car up and walk you through all the steps. Like I mentioned before, the G37 might be a little bit different because the brakes might not look like this. You might have the big brake package or you might not. So that part doesn't really matter. What matters is how we remove the bolts from the back of this. So if the brakes look a little bit different, don't worry, just follow the steps and it should be very similar. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this brake caliper. That has to be removed and the rotor has to be removed so we could access the hub and replace the hub. So this is something that we are gonna remove out of the way, and we're just gonna hang it in the side, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. So in the back of this caliper and the regular standard caliper, if you don't have the big brake package, there are two bolts, and let me show you. So we're gonna do something to make things easier in replacing this hub. We're gonna turn the steering wheel so the caliper kind of turns towards us so we can access the bolts, and it'll make it easier in removing it. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can see we have a lot more access now and we can see what's going on. So in the back here, so in the back of this brake caliper, there are two bolts. There's one here and there's one here. We're gonna release those two, and this is gonna make this bracket come off of here. So we're also gonna loosen this bolt right here because this is a hard line. Now, like I said before, it might be a little bit different, but what you're doing is removing the brake caliper out of the way. Very simple. Now, I am using a 22 socket for these. So I have both of the bolts broken loose. I have removed this bolt right here to this bracket, and now I'm gonna remove the clip. I'm just gonna break it loose from here. Okay, so I have removed the clip, and basically what it does is it just slides backwards. Very easy to do. So now this hose, because it's a hard line, now this hose is loose and I'm ready to remove this caliper and swing it out of the way. Basically what I'm doing is I'm releasing some of these brackets so it has some movement so I could hang this caliper out of the way. Okay, so pay attention how I am hanging this caliper with this bungee cord. You could use zip ties, you could use anything, but I never let this caliper, because this is very heavy, hang from the hose. It's almost a no-brainer, but you can damage the hose by letting the caliper hang from it and just having it drag. I've seen so many people do that. Don't do that. And it just takes a couple of seconds just to put a bungee cord or zip tie the calipers up. So this is the right way in how to do this. Just trust me with this. Something else that I forgot to mention is, well, I am using this magnetic tray to keep everything there. You should be doing the same, a container of any sort, so you could keep all your bolts and everything you take off in one spot so you don't lose anything. So keep that in mind. You want to stay as organized as possible when you're doing something like this. So now that we have the caliper hung out of the way, we could remove this rotor, and you can see it's just hanging just by those studs right now. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. And you can already see the hub. The hub is right here and it has 4 bolts. There's 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. And now since we turned the steering wheel, it turned this way, we now have access to the bolts in the back. And we're gonna go ahead and break those loose and remove this hub. This process is very, very easy. But, gonna emphasize this, but before you remove the hub and remove those 4 bolts, there's one more thing you have to do. We have to remove the speed sensor, the wheel speed sensor, because if you don't remove that before you take this out, you will damage it. So let me show you where it's hiding. Let's grab the light. And right in here, right back here, that little 10mm bolt, we're gonna extract it, and then we're gonna remove that cable, and it just pulls back. And once you remove that, then we could proceed to the next spot. Okay, so as of right now, I was able to remove 1, 2, and 3 of the bolts out of 4 from the back. Now, I'm gonna have to turn the steering wheel the other way, the opposite way, so I can reach the last one. Now, I am using a 17mm socket, and I do have a long ratchet. And then once I break it loose, I use my cordless ratchet. All right, so I have those 4 bolts loose, and now I can remove this hub. Now, sometimes these hubs can become stubborn and they could be stuck on here. We're gonna figure out if we could break it loose with a hammer, and I'm just gonna tap on it and pull forward, or I'm gonna need my slide hammer to remove it off of here. Majority of the time, the hammer works, but if we have to bring out the slide hammer, then we have to bring it out. So let's just find out. There it is, it just popped out. So when you are here, it is a good idea to check your lower ball joint and make sure that it looks like it's in good shape, and your outer tie rod ends, and just overall just get an idea in how your front end suspension is looking. And if it looks pretty good, then you move on to the next. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clean the inside of this. We're gonna clean this out so we could insert the new one. Okay, now that we have this cleaned up, we could go ahead and insert this hub in. So you're gonna have to pay attention when you're installing it into your spindle. You're gonna see there's 3 different channels. Now, depending on the model or hub that you have, you might have to flip it around for it to work, or position it the opposite way, because the speed sensor, it's inserted in here, and you can see it right there, and it goes into one of these channels. So if I install it this way, it won't line up. So I gotta make sure I line it up correctly so it could work. Okay, now that I have everything cleaned up, I am ready to install the hub back on. And notice I have installed the bolts back on because this backing plate will fall down. So now that I have it installed like this, you can see this comes off of here. I have the bolts underneath and in the top sticking through like so. I'm gonna get a little bit of Loctite, and I'm gonna put it at the end of each bolt here. So I am using red Loctite. You can use blue if you only have blue, but I'm using red. And we're doing this to reassure ourselves that this isn't gonna come off while it's going down the road, while it's vibrating. So again, I'm paying attention to this opening here. It's gonna line up with the hose. We're just gonna insert it here and start each one of these bolts one at a time by hand, and then we're gonna send it home with the electric ratchet. And of course, don't forget to install your speed sensor back on there. So now I can go ahead and install the brake caliper back on. And of course, on these bolts back here for the brake caliper, I like to use Loctite as well. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is concentrate in installing this bolt here and this clip, and I have them right here. So that's what it should look like. So that's it, guys, we're done. If you tuned in to the end of this video, thank you so much. Always consider subscribing because I am doing so much content. Right now, I am actually getting ready to do the rear hubs as well. So if you need to know how to do that, because it's a little bit different than the ones in the front, tune into that video and we'll see you in the next one.